Welcome to my travel vlog of UK driving trip. We spent 20 days in driving around UK, starting from London to Cambridge, to York, to Newcastle, Sunderland, and then up to Scotland, Edinburgh. Everywhere we stay about 2 or 3 days and really spending some time to understand the city and all the museum if we could arrange to visit. The trip was really eye-opening. UK, to us, other than London, driving was a pleasure. There was no problem at all driving on the highway. Even for us to come from Hong Kong is actually quite easy because we kind of used to driving on the left versus if you live in US or Canada, you're driving on the right. So I think it's the trip was really wonderful, and we visit London, and we have visited Buckingham Palace, Hyde Park, Chinatown, and the downtown district, and we have enjoyed a lot of fantastic, reasonable price lunches and dinners. We pick up the car in Avis of London. Originally, we just booked a automatic car, which is didn't expect it. It's just a gasoline car. But when they gave us a brand new Toyota hybrid and a car such a reasonable on gas, we filled up the gas tank from London and we drove through Cambridge, York, and Newcastle, and arrived Edinburgh of Scotland. We didn't even have to refill the gas tank. So basically, that was over 500 miles, not kilometer, that we didn't even have to fill up the tank. And the car was really good on gas. When we drive on the M5, M3, M1 highway, going north on the east side of UK island, the highway was really fantastic, flat and straight, and of course, London or UK, as you can expect, you go through rain, you go through sunny, within an hour. Beautiful city, and many of you know York because it's famous Harry Potter in the downtown area. But other than that, we walk around the castles and the wall, and literally this been around for hundreds of years. And because it's just the pandemic of COVID-19 just over, so we didn't see a lot of people, and it was quite relaxing, and the weather was really good, and it wasn't cold at all, wasn't even cool, it was really hot. And in fact, it was heat wave in UK when we visit, for the 20 days that we were staying there. So every day was really enjoyable. In fact, we didn't even have to bring any long sleeping during our 20 days in UK.
影唔到你啊！
We arrived Edinburgh, Scotland at around end of June, and Edinburgh was such a beautiful city. It has many old buildings, and the old town was fantastic. And if I have to choose, Edinburgh is the most beautiful city in UK. I mean, including Scotland, and the city was really it's like a picture everywhere. Just statues on the street is like hundreds of years old. Old.
It was a long time ago. His mom really broke his principles of development.
Glasgow is also a very beautiful city in Scotland, and we have a wonderful time there. And we visit the downtown area, which has a lot of ancient building, been around for hundreds of years. We also visit the famous Britannica, the ship that used to own by the Queen, and the ship that actually, when Hong Kong 1997 hand over back to China, and the ship was brought on by the governor Chris Patten at that time to leave Hong Kong using that ship. It's really amazing. That ship is still, although I heard it's no longer operable, but it's parked on the bank of Glasgow near downtown, and everyone can visit and pay £18 to get to see the ship on board. With Glasgow, we visit the Lake District of UK, which is the west-north side of UK, and we stay at the Green Hill farmhouse. It was really wonderful, and literally there's nobody around. And also we stay at the garden, play some music. My son play some music, and we were there drinking beer, and it was really wonderful. And also at the dinner we had a wonderful British traditional farmhouse dinner. The owner was really good. They gave us a lot of food. We couldn't even finish, and the food was wonderful. It's big. I mean, portion-wise, it's really big, but it was really wonderful. Liverpool is the highlight of our trip, and we have a wonderful time in Liverpool. And one of the things that we always want to come to Liverpool is to visit the Beatles, where they grew up, the town. And we went to the Beatles Museum, and it was eye-opening. We saw so much Beatles stuff, understand about Beatles. We also went to a Broadway show called School of Rock, and didn't expect it was, the price was quite reasonable compared if you go to New York, seeing the same show. The same cast actually come from the US, so they were speaking American accents. And the price for the School of Rock, it was £39 per person, so that was like 45 US dollars, something like that. Yeah, it was quite reasonable. So the Beatles story, visit was really amazing. We got to understand so much about Beatles, their history, where they grew up, the town and the history. Many story behind it. It's since my sons are Beatles fan, and they just want to learn more about Beatles. Of course, as a fan, and also we love their music, and their music is just wonderful, and love the music, listen to it every day. Manchester is a city we also want to visit. Manchester is actually not very far from Liverpool. It's something like 45 minutes drive. And Manchester has a huge Chinatown. In fact, when I say huge, it's nothing compared to Toronto or Vancouver or New York, but it's still quite sizable. Not as big as London though. And had a fantastic Chinese food. And we went to a tea house, a Chinese tea house, and have Chinese barbecue. It was really wonderful. And we also have Korean food. We also went to one Korean food in downtown. It was really genuine, and the food taste was really good. One thing about in Manchester, we play a lot of pool, English pool, and in fact we like it so much we joined the club and play the pool everywhere in Manchester.
The golden ticket. The golden ticket.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. I always thought it was so stupid.
呢個係我哋嘅 Caravan Hotel。有冇 washing machine 啊？ RV 咁樣喎。
Very nice.
望出人哋嗰度。滑浪。
They're running down to they've gone down. They've gone down now.
Angus, what a view. Two dogs behind you.第一次浸 Atlantic 嗰啲水 ，Me too。係，我哋都浸過嘅，不過唔係嗰邊，喺 Boston 嗰邊。Angus喺度行，會唔會行出去啊？行到膝頭哥好啦。Hello。係咪凍啊？大家行上去。我哋就住呢個地方啦。係。House。 嘅時候，同我攞啲 whole milk 咧，飲咖啡喺頭先喺個雪櫃嗰度。好，呢度就係 bath 啦，沖涼個 bath 啊。City is beautiful。
UK is a really nice city, and if I have to choose, I think Edinburgh of Scotland is number one. Bath, UK is number two. And later we're going to be visiting Oxford. I think Oxford is number three. This is my list. So everyone has different opinion. But Bath is, the entire city is just like a museum. So everywhere you go, you see buildings with hundreds of years old. And we actually went inside, a Roman bath. Okay, I think we pay £35. It's quite expensive actually to visit this Roman bath. Literally, this is the place when the Roman kind of occupied the UK a couple hundred years ago, and this is the where the Romans used to take bath, basically where the word of bath come from. So the city is very beautiful, and I'm kind of lack of any better word to describe the city. It's just so wonderful to be staying in this city for a couple of days.
啲牛返屋企，佢哋 home。啲牛逼住晒喺度，佢哋邊個開門俾佢咧？佢等住開門啊，等住嗰度開門啊！識翻嚟咁叻。
Bath, we continue to the east-north. This is on the way going back to London. So we arrive at Oxford, and we stay a couple of days in Oxford. And Oxford again is a university city, and you can see a lot of young people in this city. I think mostly studying in the Oxford University. I think a lot of Americans too, and everywhere you go, you hear people speaking in English. Sometimes you hear American accents.
So many people.
And Oxford has many museums. We visit one of the museums. Was really wonderful. We spent a good 3 hours in that museum, understand the history, and there's a lot of artifacts inside that museum. It was just so wonderful to visit this city.
Okay, this is Middle East small market， 有陽光。好似喺前面㗎咯。
In Oxford, we managed to dine in one of the, I think it's a Michelin one-star restaurant, and just booked it today, and we managed to get a seat. It was really wonderful food we had. Didn't expect it, so the price was reasonable. I think it was like £60 per person, but that's really good, and we have a very nice meal and in that evening.